the bookcase may look a little wonky, although it probably normally does, but basically I've got a new bookcase coming tomorrow and I'm very excited, but I foolishly thought maybe, just maybe, I can push this with all the books in. This is 5 shelves high, you can't see it, this is a big bookcase, and it turns out I can't do it. So I thought, well, I'll film a quick video before I have to take all the books off and then shove this along. So yes, okay, I'm rambling. Let's get on with this. Hi everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Hope you're all well. I've got my Alice in Wonderland earrings on, so I am thriving, as they say. So, I'm here to do the end of the year book tab because it's nearly December and I'm just freaking out about it, but you know, books, yay! So this was started by Ariel Bissett. I will leave her original video down below. If you want to do this, then you go ahead and do your thing. Let me get into this. The first question is, are there any books that you have started this year that you need to finish? So, I have got about 120 pages left of How Green Was My Valley by Richard Llewellyn, which is still slow, but a bit more interesting because it's really just about this boy Hugh growing up in South Wales in this mining community, and because he's getting older, more is happening. So, I think it's getting, yeah, it's improving. I've got that one to finish, and I've also got Lady Audley's Secret, I know you can't see it with this cover on, by Mary Elizabeth Braddon. So that's just a book I'm reading because of Simon from Simon Savage and Tom Reads Things book hibernation week, and I'm definitely not going to finish this in November, but you know, I've got 400 pages to go. That's okay though, I'm just going to take my time with this, and I'm enjoying it. It's a sensation novel, saucy, and I'm listening to Armadale by Wilkie Collins, which I'll definitely finish this month, but it's a little bit confusing having 2 sensation novels on the go at one time. So I've sort of put this one down until I finish listening to Armadale, and then I'll pick it back up. So that's that. And then question 2. What is question 2? Let me see. Oh, that's the wrong side, Jenny. Do you have any autumnal reading plans to transition to the end of this year? So, oh wait, I forgot to mention a book. I also really want to read. Okay. I know this says Karamazov Brothers, but I have been told, and I always used to say, the Brothers Karamazov, which I think is actually what it is normally, that's the normal way round in translation. Anyway, by Dostoevsky, because I borrowed this from my dad, and I'm actually going to see it at Christmas, and I want to give it back to him, and it's the last big Russian classic that I had on my classics list that I wanted to read this year. Oh, earrings, what's going on? That I haven't finished, well, I haven't read. I have read Crime and Punishment and Anna Karenina this month, which is amazing, and I want to read this one too, so fingers crossed. I know it's super long, probably going to listen to it in audiobook like I did with the other 2. There we go. So, in terms of going back to autumn, I have been really enjoying going through this. It's a poem for every autumn day. Actually, it's 2 poems for every autumn day. So, I have got the winter one, Winging Its Way to Me, which is the same premise, so that takes you through December, January, February. This is September, October, November, obviously. So that's just been nice, and not all of them are necessarily autumn themed. Some of them are historically based because some great event happened that day, or because it's a holiday, like, or it's Halloween or something, so it's themed around that, and sometimes it's just a nice random poem. But that's been nice, and I like reading a lot of historical fiction at this time, and I feel like that's kind of been happening, but I read a lot of classics because of October. I read a lot of non-fiction this month because of Non-Fiction November. So I guess that's my sort of bulk of autumn reading is readathon based. So yes. Question 3 is there a new release that you're waiting for? And yes, there is. There is a book I pre-ordered, which I think came out today, but it did not arrive because I had to go and pick it up in the shop, and obviously I can't do that right now, which is sad. But it's called Couch Fiction, a graphic tale of psychotherapy, and it is by Philippa Perry and her sister Flo Perry, so Flo's the illustrator, and it's a graphic novel looking at, I suppose, the effects of a year of therapy and the different kinds of techniques, I suppose, and effects therapy can have, and it just sounded really fun. And basically the only reason I pre-ordered this is because Bernadine Evaristo said it was book joy on her Twitter and really hyped it up for me. And I've never heard of it, but I thought, well, if Bernadine Evaristo said it's good, I'm gonna flip and buy it. You do what Bernie says. And then question 4 is, what 3 books do you want to read this year? before the end of the year. That's hard, but I've narrowed it down to 3 quite realistic ones, I think, aside from the Brothers Karamazov, because that is really one. So we have Heads of the Coloured People by Nafisa Thompson Spires, which is a short story collection, 12 stories. It's looking at violence against black people in a supposedly post-racial era, I think. I think they're also a little bit strange, a bit kind of surreal, but I'm just excited. I've heard nothing but wonderful things and I love the cover. Yeah. And then I also really want to read High Wages. Ooh, tricky bookmark poking out, by Dorothy Whipple, which is a book that I took on holiday in August. Didn't get to, but my dad read it and loved it. So I don't know much about it because they don't have blurbs, but I think it's about a woman who kind of leaves her horrible boss and job and starts on her own. And I just really like Dorothy Whipple's writing style and Persephone books, and yeah, there's that one. And then mixing it up again with the form, I have a poetry collection called, see, I don't know, this is a French word. Is it just pronounced flesh, fleshy, fleshy? Not fleshy, I don't know, but it basically is, it means arrow in French. It is a fencing term which Mary Jean Chan, the poet, used to do. It was a sport she used to do, and it's a lot about bilingualism, because she, with the idea of French with a mix with her South Korean and that heritage, and then also about using, I think she uses fencing and that idea, or that sport, as a way of looking at the queer body and the vulnerabilities of the queer body, and the idea of wanting to protect yourself but simultaneously wanting to kind of shed your armour and be free and be yourself. But I think it's also about her mother and her relationship with her mother, so there's a lot packed in to this small collection, and again, I've heard only wonderful things about this, so I'm very excited for that. And all of those are relatively short, so that's realistic. Question 5. Is there a book that you think can shock you and become your favourite book of the year? And quite simply, no, I don't think there is. Because I read Girl, Woman, Other, and it's just phenomenal, and it blew my little mind, and I cannot see any of the books that I'm planning to read taking over this, to be honest. And I read Anna Karenina and everything. Anna Karenina was great, don't get me wrong, probably also a new favourite, but this book just, it made me feel things, and I want to read it again and again and again, because I'm sure I'll get more and more out of it. Yeah, so in short, no. And question 6 is, have you been making any reading plans for 2021? And obviously I have. Nothing super solid though. I know I'll do a video about classics I want to read, not 21, because 20 was definitely too ambitious this year. Hilarious. I will definitely still be trying to get my TBR down, probably try buy less books. I say this now, there'll be videos, but I really want to do a series where I read outside of my comfort zone and read genres that I either never read or very rarely read, but I feel like I can't really concentrate on that until I've got my TBR down much lower than it is now, because I've not done as well as I wanted to this year with reducing my TBR. Still good, but not as good. So we'll see. I don't even want to think about next year yet, because I still have so much to do this year. So let me know, what books do you want to read before the end of the year, / are you currently reading or want to finish, and I will see you soon on Book of Shenanigans. Bye! On reflection, Jenny, this was not the best jumper to wear when the heating's on. Boiling!